my Gemini family. It's your girl S Nova, the Universal Donor. And welcome back to Stiletto Empress Tarot at s.e.tarot990. Thank you so much for being here with me this morning. Thank you for following me here. And if you are unaware, oh, look at that. We're having coffee together. Oh, I love our little friendship. Yes, soul family. I love you guys too. And spirit does too. So yes, these are all of my other connections. If it is not listed here, it does not exist. Now I do have a Twitch, but as I explained a little while back, um I'm still learning how to work with Twitch because Twitch requires more equipment than I have spatial access to right now. So, but anyway, everywhere else you can definitely see, and there are custom messages to every network. So, you may see links to YouTube and other apps, but every video on that particular app is recorded and customized for that particular app. As of April April of this year, that's when I started doing custom videos to all of the apps because I was still trying to figure out how to work everything. Because different apps, different requirements. You can only live when you have this, or you need this, or you need that. So there's a lot of different requirements to fill on these apps in order for me to get these messages to you guys. I work hard at making sure that I can get these messages to you guys because I enjoy what I'm called to do. And I always want you to have a difference of opinion if you need. Use your discernment, you know. And like I said, different messages on different networks, different apps. So please, I know everybody doesn't have all of them. Whatever you do have, definitely go check it out. I would definitely appreciate the support. So let's get into it. Gemini, motto, I think, planet, Mercury. Third house, which is the house of communication, early learning, and shorter journeys. Okay. Major arcana is the lovers. Court card is the Knight of Swords. Gemini energy is Eight of Swords, which is restriction, Nine of Swords, which is depression, and Ten of Swords, which is misfortune. Mm, wow. So something could definitely be being communicated that may have somebody in a tizzy, but you know what? That's just the energy. Okay. So we're going to see what's going on. Things could change at any moment now. We always know that. Father God, the ancestors in the universe, that I ask that you bring Gemini Collective cross watchers welcome. The serenity to accept the things that they cannot change, the courage to change the things that they can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Geminis are they're kind of considered to be in the job markets of journalists, sales, teachers, linguists. So these are people that like energies that take good notes, wordsmiths. They know how to lead in either direction. It's giving me good manipulator. Now, don't think of the word manipulator as just something bad because you can manipulate something into a good situation or into a positive. So just because the word, understand the meaning can go both ways. And that's why I enjoy being a logophile. Because once you truly understand the meaning of a word, you unlock the magic that the tongue carries when using it. Okay. So let's get in. The Hermit. What did I say? Once you unlock, once you know the meaning of the word, this is Virgo energy, you unlock the power that the tongue carries when it uses it. So there's a situation going on right now where Somebody is looking into something. They could be looking into something that someone said, someone did, someone communicated, but something is definitely getting looked into. Virgo energy, sixth house. Somebody's daily routine. It could also be work or health. Somebody could have said something about what somebody does for work or somebody's health status. Something was communicated. Somebody's looking into something. We have the moon. Yeah, something was communicated. And they're trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Fourth house energy, emotional home, family. Somebody's family, somebody's circle could have said something or is digging into something. Now, the reason why I'm stopping right here is because we have the 18 major arcana of the moon. If you break that down, that's nine, the hermit. So this is serious. These major arcanas are right here. And then you have one, which is the magician, creation, strength, clarity. And then you have eight, which is strength, courage, vitality. Somebody, they're finding out that somebody created some type of narrative in the background or in the past. I heard a hit dog will holler. Somebody created some type of narrative in the past, and somebody's getting clarity on this. And they realize that this narrative was created out of pride and ego with that eight major arcana strength card. Whatever this is serious. Why is my finger shaking like that? Somebody's mad. Somebody's mad about what they're finding out. It's like somebody's mad about what they're finding out, but they're also like, they're shaken up by what they're finding out. I've never had the major arcana come out and compliment each other like this. One, magician, eight, strength. With this moon energy, that's not good. Somebody was doing some dark stuff to manipulate a situation out of pride and ego. And somebody is looking into how dark this person got. Oh boy. Oh boy. Whew. Okay. Look, the light, the star. You on the original hermit, that's a star in there. The star in the moon. Somebody, oh my goodness. Somebody is looking into, somebody is researching a star. Somebody is researching a star energy. Aquarius energy, 11th. Somebody is researching a star energy, 11th house. Somebody is researching their group activities and their friendships. Remember when I said it's something about your folks, your tribe, that fourth house, that Virgo energy. I mean, no, that Cancer energy, moon energy. Okay, bet. So somebody is looking into your past interactions. Like they're looking into the people that you used to be around in the past because they are seeing you in this star energy. And whatever may have been communicated about your work and your health is not matching up. But what they are finding out about your fourth house, that Virgo energy, it got this person shook. It got this person shook, and it's got this person taking a real hard look at what the hell they were a part of. Because they were a part of this. They were a part of this. I don't know if they were the PI, because the Hermit's giving PI energy. This PI was supposed to be looking into you, couldn't find nothing that matched up. But what they did find, oh Lordy, Lord, I don't know. All right, y'all. Oh man. Oh man, what did I say? What they found? Remember my finger. Oh Lordy, Lordy. And what did I say? Didn't I tell you they was mad? I told you they was mad, but I told you they was also shaken up. They found something that was written about you, about your work or about your health, and it was not true. And for this person to be this upset, they were pulled into something. There's an authority figure. I don't know why, but I just saw this whole card going black and white. Even though the man is blue and brown and everything, I saw the whole card just now go black and white. This man is mad because something was put in black and white with their signature on it, with their authorization, and they had no idea how deep this rabbit hole was going. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna just pull because I'm gonna be here all day. I'm gonna just pull. Hold on, y'all. Give me a minute. I gotta calm down. I am literally feeling this man's energy. This man's head is spinning like it's about to be high fucking tide around here. 14 people in here, temperance energy. It's about to be balanced out in a way you could not imagine. It's about, oh my goodness. This person is looking at themselves like, what have I done? What have I been a part of? What did y'all get me into? This person is mad. Oh my gosh. What did y'all get me into? It ain't nothing but major arcana out here, bro. Major arcana, it ain't even down here like that. It ain't even in our realm like that. This is energy. And remember what I told you earlier? Somebody, somebody, oh my gosh. 4 and 2, 6 house. Why did you get me to sign off on this? Why did you come to me with these lies? Why did you lie about this person's health? This is a dark high priestess that did all of this shit. They got a PI, a lawyer, an official, somebody involved in a bunch of bullshit, bro. And this person has to look at themselves because they didn't do their research in the first damn place. They trusted whatever this person came to them and said. Why? Because that was a part of their family, their relationships, the group activities, that 11th fucking house, that Aquarius star energy. Why would they lie? And then this is giving me the energy that they came to them in like a pleading manner. They manipulated. They manipulated their partnership with this person. 13 people in here. Death, major arcana. Scorpio, 8th house. Hidden motivations, taboo subjects, sexual activity. They could have been sleeping with the PI. And the PI didn't even bother to ask any questions because they laying with this person. This person is giving them a sob story. 15 people in here, major arcana. Meanwhile, this person is the damn devil and done trapped them in some shit with them. 2 likes. High priestess. The dark one. With her lying ass or his lying ass. I said I was going to keep going, but major arcanas keep coming out. And if they keep coming out like this, I have to explain it. I have to explain it, Bookie, but I have to. Because this is that PI energy. Everything has to come to the light. People have to look at themselves and realize they signed a deal with the damn devil. They signed a deal with the devil. That's Scorpio, 8th house energy. They signed a deal with the devil, bro. They really did. They signed a deal with the devil. This King of Swords energy. This is a lawyer energy. King of Swords, that's Aquarius energy. I'm telling you, they were involved with an official. An official was their friend. It could have been an intimate relationship. Right now, we keeping it as this is my friend. This is my family. I'm helping my folks. This is why they did not look into it. This is why they didn't look into it. We're in year 10, which breaks down to 1. Year 9 for the Hermit would have been last year, right? 2024. No, I'm sorry, 2025. Why did I say 2024? They could have came to them with this. They came to this person. They came to this person with this proposition in 2024. They signed off on something in 2024 to do something to you or to look into you. And what this person found was ridiculous because now they're here 2 and 4 2026 trying to this has to be made right. This has to be made right. So what this is saying to me is that this King of Swords energy, this Aquarius energy, this is somebody that was friends with a family, or they're in, like I said, this law official did a favor for a friend or a family member. This law official could have been sleeping with a friend or a family member. You can take that however it resonates. But they did a favor for this dark high priestess. Okay? They did a favor for this dark high priestess. And somebody looked into what they did. They clipped some shit. They mocked some shit up. This is giving me they could have doctored up. Yeah. They doctored up some documents. And now somebody higher than this person, a King of Swords, Aquarius energy, um there's a reason why we're talking about the jobs because the Virgo is out here. Virgo energy, 6th house, is daily routines, your work. So this person right here, whoever doctored up something, that is Aquarius energy. And Aquarius people, um astrologers, ha, what did I say? This dark priestess doctored up some papers or had somebody doctor up some papers. They had them do, what did we talk about earlier? Word magic. Go go into the courts and say this or do that. Present the courts with these papers. Okay? Present the courts with these papers. It's a lot so far, and I'm not even through the first freaking line. Present the courts with these. Why did I put that high priestess there? Yes, mirror magic, glamour. Present the courts with these papers right here, and you sign right there. Go ahead and take this, sign this, whatever this is, these false. They had somebody sign off on something, and they are getting in trouble for it now. They looked. That's why they looked into it. They looked into it. They looked into what somebody brought into court and signed off on. A lawyer, somebody like what was I saying about the jobs? There is astrology, there is computers. Computers. Somebody doctored up something on a computer, somebody else signed off on it, and they're getting in trouble for it. But it's more to it. Okay, we got to keep going. Somebody is burdened by what they signed off on. Yes, of course. Of course they are. Eight of Swords. They're burdened. Gemini energy. They're burdened by what they signed off on. And there's major conflict because they can't get out of this. They're trying to figure out how to get out of this, and they can't. Five of Wands, that's Leo energy. That strength card. They can't get out of what they did out of pride and ego. They went into court with some paperwork. Somebody did their research, saw how something was finagled by another legal official. And somebody is burdened by that, or this person is going to lose their job. They're going to get their walking papers. This person is definitely going to lose their job. 21, the world is over. 3, Empress. Yeah. It's okay. Look, and that's justice. It's justice that they lose their job because they should have never listened to this dark high priestess. They went in there trying to glamour the court for whoever this person is that's in their family or that they were fucking. Let's keep it a bean. Let's keep it a bean. And if this high priestess is a female and she got a male to doctor up some shit for her, this heifer's about to get a female judge that's finna dog walk this bitch. You hear me? Straight like that. And if this is a male that did this, that Empress energy. This is still a kind-hearted person. But baby, they're gonna uphold the law because you played in their face. They're still gonna remain a queen. And God helps. God help those that disrespect the queen. You lied. You said this. So I did that. And now I'm on the chopping block. This high priestess then got a lot of people in trouble, an official in trouble for sure. And now there is a real judge That Emperor Justice energy that really looked in to whatever this contract was. They done really looked into whatever this contract was. Justice is Libra, partnerships, seventh house, marriage, contractual agreements. They're looking into this. She had, what did I say? Empress energy. She looked into this. They looked into what this Empress in the reverse did to get something. They looked into this. They're whatever they were. What they looked into this. This High Priestess in reverse. This Empress in the reverse. That's five. Five major arcana is the Hierophant. That's second house. Taurus energy, possessions, values. They looked in to what this person has. They looked into this person's assets. Something was definitely communicated about this person's assets and how they got what they have. Contractual agreements. It could be a home, it could be a job, it could be a position in somebody's life. I mean, you never know. But they're looking into some type of contractual agreements in regards to how they got into the position that they're in. They took somebody else out for it. Gemini energy. It's been communicated that they took somebody else out for their position. They took a lover out for their position. They took a lover in the upright out for their position. And it is justice that they get outed of their position because this person could have been an empress in the upright. This person could have been pregnant. This person could be a parent. This person could have been a mother. But this is a maternal figure that they tried to take out within the justice system. There's a contractual agreement that is supposed to Ten of Swords, an Empress in the upright, for a High Priestess in reverse. This, whatever this paperwork is that was doctored up, was supposed to put you out, was supposed to have you burdened. It was supposed to have you burdened and in misfortune. It was supposed to put an end to your world. You hear me? They wanted to put an end not to the whole world, just your world. And whatever they brought to the courts, they were hoping that it would work. So that way the justice system would take out an abundant person and do what? Give what belong. I knew it. Give what belonged to you to them. This person was called on somebody in the justice system to take you out so that way they could have what belonged to you, which is your life. Because baby, ain't no pentacles out here. They wanted your spirituality and your abundance. And I feel like they kept going back to the courts to do this. With this Ten of Swords out here. Hmm. I would say probably maybe for the last 2 to 3 months. Yeah. High Priestess, the Empress for the last 2 to 3 months. Something could have started it in February. Something could have started around tax season, child. They were really trying to get what you have because they're gonna have to move out of a home. Confirmation. And if this is not a physical home, remember that fourth house energy, Cancer, the moon, emotional home, they're gonna lose all alliances that they had. So in this case, the emotional home, that Aquarius energy, 11th house justice, whatever friendships they had in the justice system, and whatever strings these people were able to pull for them in the justice system, it is no more because they lied to them. They had them sign off on something against an innocent person. They tricked them, they lied to them. And this person is now being looked at by their peers. They're being judged by their peers. That's what this moon justice energy. There is a legal official that is being judged by a jury of their own peers because of what this dark high priestess had them do to an empress in the upright. Male or female, take it as it resonates. They wanted, they specifically wanted, look, you see how it's pointing? They told whatever legal official that was, they told them, look, I want that in particular. I want that in particular. There's something in particular. Could have to do with a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sag. You might want to go check out yeah, the 6 of Wands, that's Leo energy. You might want to check out the Aries read done yesterday. But somebody definitely wanted something in particular. They wanted something in particular with this 10 of Wands. We're gonna find out what it is though. They wanted something in particular. The moon, justice, 18, 28, 29. That's 11. Still breaks down to justice. It was, whatever they thought that they were gonna get, it was never. They were determined, but it was never gonna go down. But what was it that they wanted? Page of Wands. They wanted a new beginning. Okay, so they wanted your world. They wanted your fresh start. And they tried to do a destiny swap in the courts to get it. They did. They tried to do a destiny swap in the courts to get it. They came in with some type of false documentation or paperwork. This person could have been studying you. This person could have been studying you to be able to create some type of documents that this other legal official would just sign off on, because remember, they're either intimate or family, or they could be both, you know. Somebody could have also said it was because they were pregnant. Please, I'm here, and please, I'm pregnant. See, somebody could have what? Somebody could have been trying to beat you to the punch or something by saying that they were pregnant to get somebody to do something in the courts for them. Wow. Okay, so that was the sob story. Please just do this for me. I'm pregnant. Is there a baby? No, there is not. Didn't I tell you that this heifer was up there doing some shit? This heifer was up there doing some shit. This heifer, like, this is the kind of person that does spell work and won't even wait for the shit to work. That's where they be fucking up at. So you go and you tell these people this and this and this and this and that. And then you go do some damn magic. This could be, and you know what? Some people will be like, "Oh, you shouldn't say that." Nah, fuck all that. See, this is the problem. Everybody wants to coddle. We're way too sensitive. If there was a baby, this is exactly why there is no baby now. With your goofy ass. Why are you doing this if you're pregnant? If there was a baby, that baby is no more with your goofy ass. Because why are you doing this? That's a sword. 11 swords. If there was a baby, that child is no more, and that's justice. It's out here. It's justice. Because this child was conceived under false pretenses, if there ever was one. Do you hear me? If there ever was one. Somebody could have been trying to get pregnant and couldn't. Trying to do spell work to get pregnant because somebody else was pregnant and couldn't. Trying to destiny swap with a pregnant woman. Do you hear what I'm saying? This energy was trying to destiny swap with a pregnant woman by going into the courts saying that they were pregnant and then doing magic to get pregnant. With this Emperor Ten of Swords, 14. That's a temperance angel. This has to be balanced out. 14, what, breaks down to 5? That's the Hierophant. Possessions, values, Taurus, second house. This has to be balanced out. If somebody tried to steal or take the life of a pregnant person, they will never have any abundance inside of their womb or outside. Because, baby, with this moon and this high priestess right here, an empress, this person definitely did some spell work. As above, so below. And somebody looked into it. That's the below part. Because it's already been cleared out in the ethers what this person did. Now it has to be discovered down here with the rest of us. And it has been. There was never a baby. And then it still breaks down to 14. No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I heard the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. Wait a minute. Did okay. Because what I'm about to say, this person could have been pregnant, but then they could have also had an abortion. Once something came out about what they did, they could have been pregnant, but they either could have had an abortion or they really could have lost the child because of what they did. The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. 3, 4, 3, 4, 14, 14. It had to be balanced out. Somebody could have tried to take somebody else's child. That fourth house. Somebody could have tried to take somebody's child. Somebody could have tried to take somebody's home. Somebody could have tried to take somebody's family in the past, made a contractual agreement to destroy somebody's fourth house, which is their home life and their family, and their sixth house, which is their daily routines, their mental health, their job, their work life, just destroy their world. They wanted to put an end to somebody's world and have them burdened. They also wanted to take somebody's child. They wanted to put an end to somebody's pregnancy. They were doing magic to end somebody's pregnancy. They were doing magic to end somebody's pregnancy and then tried to go into the courts as this person claiming that somebody was doing something to them and their child. That's why they lost it. So, there's a situation where somebody was pregnant and they lost the child, and they went into the courts saying that they lost the child because of you. And when I say this, I don't want nobody to feel no type of way. Don't feel guilty. Don't get down on yourself. I want you to hear me and hear me good. There's a reason you're here with me. I'm a very loving, sweet person. I'm childlike, not childish. Goofy with a side of seriousness. You feel me? This person went into court claiming that they lost a child because of you. And in part, they're right. They did. If this resonates, don't take what does not. If they did lose a child, they did lose a child because of you. But somebody's also finding out in the past that they were consistently, look, I'm going to just move the cards real quick and I'm going to put them back. I want y'all to see what I see. These are the cards right above the Empress, right? The Empress. This is, we're going, okay? Hold on, because I'm trying to get my thoughts together. In the past, this person, they did spell work. They put your name, they put your name into scrolls and things, okay? This is what's right next to the Empress. They did this over and over. They did this for a long time. There's no pentacles out here. Pentacles are years. With there not being a single pentacle out here, that's what's also being discovered. They did this, whatever they did this years ago. This person was trying to cause somebody to miscarry. This person was wishing ill will on somebody's child, somebody's pregnancy in the past. They were. This is right above the moon, and the high priestess is right above the empress. And the empress is right next to the 10 of swords. They knew that your child was your whole world. What does a woman birth? They birth the world. That Aquarius energy, the star energy, okay? That 11th house, 11 major arcana, justice. They knew that you were going to be birthing a star seed. Look at all them stars on her belly. Or that you are a star seed. You would be born into a star seed. Your growth and abundance would come once you sought out a higher power within yourself. If you don't have any kids, they didn't want that growth and abundance for you. If you do have kids, they were wishing ill will. They were wishing that you lose your child. They were wishing that you lose your child. So, like I said, we had the high priestess in the moon, right above the empress, right? They were doing, and then right next to the empress is the 10 of swords. So they were doing moon magic and a bunch of other weird shit in the past. That's why the person that looked into this, their finger is shaking, because they were really trying to take somebody's child out of here. Okay. They was dead ass. This is right under the empress. This queen of wands energy, they were dead ass. Queen of wands, wand, that's witchcraft. They were dead ass serious about putting an end to you, because that child or that seed that you were going to birth would be justice. It's supposed to happen. That child that you had, that baby was supposed to be born. Don't let nobody tell you different. I don't care if the baby was born out of wedlock, whatever, whatever, whatever. There's a reason they didn't want you to have that child, which is all the more reason why that child got here any damn way. Despite all of the magic, despite all this bullshit. You were covered. You were covered. 3, 4, 3, 4. You were covered from the legal bullshit as well as the magical bullshit. 10, 4, 10, 4. 14, 14. Temperance angel, temperance angel. This shit was never gonna work. You were protected. You were protected in the past. So was your child. So was the birth of whatever idea, job, whatever. The birth of whatever you were giving birth to, human or non, it was protected in the past. And things were going to be balanced out. And it took time. It was taking time. This person fucked up and doubled down, going into the courts saying that you did something to them, which is why they lost a child. Your baby is here. That child that they kept trying to lay to fucking rest is here. Your baby might like to roller skate and wear silly socks. You get what I'm saying? You could be in the spiritual business too if you don't have a child. But this person wanted to put an end to you reaching your higher self regardless. Sweetheart, it's giving me birth of a nation, male or female. This person went into the courts with that bullshit, saying that they lost a child because of you, when there's evidence that they've been doing shit for years. Before the child got here, they caused you problems. They burdened you in the past with this shit. Archangel Michael balanced it out then, and they see you good, but they decided to double the fuck down. Look, 11 and 3, 14, 14, 14, 14. Baby, you were always protected. Did they not know? Did they not know? 14, 14, 14. The world. You are always going to come out the winner. 10 of wands, 6 of wands. That's 16. Major arcana, the tower. It was always going to be balanced out for you. You are always going to come out on top. Do you see all of this angelic protection that's on the table, baby? You were always going to come out on top. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. This person's ass was already grasped before they went into the court with this bullshit. They should have never even did this. Oh, and then they thought that they were going to get some type of sympathy because the judge might have been a woman. No, baby, this is a woman of intellect. She see right through your goofy ass. Sure do. Sure do. They see right through this family. Remember, the star energy, Gemini, we talked about it. Communication with that with that star energy here. They definitely wanted to make sure that they put an end to your happiness. They wanted to lay your happiness to rest. They wanted to destroy your family. They wanted to destroy your home life. They wanted to destroy your work. Like, mind you, like I said, not a single pentacle out here. That's why nobody knew how long this was going on. That's exactly why nobody knew how long this was going on. But somebody had to do a deep damn dive. And this is giving me somebody dove at least 9 years back. Because in this high priestess energy, it's also giving me, with there not being any pentacles out here, but that 6 of wands, empress, high priestess energy, you are sitting in the 9 of wands, or are looking like nine. Excuse me. You know what? You could be sitting in 9 of wands energy. You've gotten through so much. This person has taken so many actions against you, and you're still standing. So now let me go into the courts and call you a killer. Yeah. Because once again, they could have went into the court, said that you were harassing them and they were pregnant, and then they went back into the courts and said they lost the baby because of you, and there was either never really a baby, or they lost the baby because of something that they tried to do to you in the past. Whatever magic that they did, it came back to them. But how do you explain that to the courts? You probably couldn't explain it back then when they were doing all this kind of shit, when they first started this endeavor. But people's minds have been forced to expand because of the things that they've seen and the things that they've gone through. So this type of stuff is not as unbelievable as it used to be. So they could have been doing all of this background stuff alone, but they worked with other people to come against you in the court system. They did. They work with other people with this King of Swords energy to finagle some paperwork that was supposed to permanently lay you to rest. 10 of Swords, 4 of Swords. No growth, no abundance. And I really do feel like they wanted your child taken because they didn't want the child here in the first place. But the child is older now. I feel like past this page energy, and they wanted your child taken. This child could be right in the page energy because the page energy, I would say, is up to like maybe 12, 13. You could have a child somewhere in there. It could be a girl, doesn't have to be, could be. But this person was trying to do something with children in the justice system. Have your child taken, say that they lost a child because of you, say that you're harassing them and they're pregnant. Just a bunch of shit around a child, baby. They tried to cause a lot of burdens around children. They tried to cause a lot of burdens around children. And look, they created all of these burdens. They did all of this. They went in there and lied. Ain't nobody telling them to do all that. They went in the courts and lied. Look, there go a pentacle, but it ain't come out. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight in the deck. You know what number the knight also represents? If we're after the numerical court cards, 10, what would be next? The page, right? That would be 11. And then the knight, right? That would be 12. 12th house is karma, the results of past acts, hidden supports, the results of past acts, hidden supports, limits, and hold on, and institutions. Look at the pentacles now. So that Knight of Pentacles, this dark high priestess, they're getting karma for sure because there's documentation at least 8 years back of all the stuff that this person has been doing. There's actually documentation. They can prove something up to 8 years back. So if your child is about 12, 13 years old, right? Or if you've been working on something for the last 13, 14 years, somewhere in there, right? And they've been doing this for that long. Let's say the child is 13 years old, right? 12. No, actually, with that Page of Wands, 11, 12. Page of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. Page is 11 after the court cards. Knight is 12. So that's about about the puberty age. I'm gonna say around there. So if you have a child, let's say around 12 years old, okay? Somebody has been doing moon magic and spell work on your child since they were about 4 years old. For about 8 years. Somebody could have found this out within the last 30 days, I'm hearing. Somebody could have found out that someone has been doing something, going back and forth to court, doing something legally in regards to contracts with your child since your child was about 4 years old. This is really specific. They have been doing mirror magic on your child since your child was about 4 years old. They've been doing something for about 8 years. Correction. They've been doing something for about 12 years. Oh, okay, there we go. Bet money. Okay. I said, right? I said your child. If you have a child, this is very specific. The child is between 11 and 12 years old currently. This is very, very specific with this 10 of swords in the middle like this. 10 of swords, 4 of swords, the emperor. Whatever contract on your child that they had is being put to rest. This is a dirty motherfucker, boy. They had a whole family helping them do this. They had your family possibly. They were sitting down eating with your family that was helping them do this to you, helping them write out endings for you and your child. This child is about 11, 12 years old currently, 13 at the most. Okay? 13 at the most. Somebody has been doing something to your child since that child was about 3, 4 years old. Somebody has been wishing ill will on that child since they were about 3 to 4 years old because this child was not supposed to make it to 3 to 4 years old. This child was not supposed to make it. Remember, I told you this person has been doing magic on you since you were pregnant. 3, 4, 3, 4. This person, 34 breaks down to 7. This person has been manifesting that your child not make it. Oh my gosh. This person was wishing ill will on your pregnancy. Your child survived. This person did something in the courts that stagnated something for your child when they were born up until the age of 4. Something was stagnated for your child when they were born up until the age of 4. Emperor, 4 swords. Something was laid to rest when your child turned 4. And then for the last 8 years, for the last 8 years, whatever they did when your child was 4, they've been telling them that your child is deceased ever since. 10, 4, 14. They doubled down. They said your child had passed away once before. And then your child popped up at 4. It's giving me like a party or something. They could have been saying that your child was deceased since they were born because they've been trying to kill this child since you were pregnant, since conception. And then with this 14, 14, They doubled down in the justice system and said it again. They said your child was with the angels. Your child popped up at 4. They could have saw your child between the ages of 11 and 12. That's what they're looking into. They have been saying that your child is dead for the last 8 years because they already put something in the courts saying that your child was not here when they were born. They did something. They laid something to rest. I'm telling you, they did this. My hands is shaking again. I'm sorry, y'all. This is a lot, but I got to get this message out. They wish that you miscarried. This is for a parent in particular. They wish that you miscarried. They were doing things. They were doing dark magic to cause you to miscarry. You didn't miscarry. And then something happened from the time of conception to when your child turned about 4 years old, to where they were able to hide you and your child until you were about 4. Until the child was about 4. They were able to hide you and this child for at least 4 years. Okay. At first. And then by that 4th year, they went into the courts every year from then saying, saying that you had been laid to rest. Now, mind you, they said at first that your child was laid to rest. And then when the child popped up, they said that you, the parent, had been laid to rest for the past 8 years. And or, you get what I'm saying? But this goes back to what I said earlier. This is somebody that wanted, they didn't just want a child, they wanted your child. They didn't want you to have the child. And then when the child was born, since they couldn't have the child, they hid the child. And when the child appeared, they said, you and the child were dead. That's what they've been saying over the last couple of years. They've been saying that you were dead. So that way they can take your child. They did something. They did something. They did something in the courts where somebody looked into it and realized that your child is alive and well. You were alive and well. The Knight of Pentacles, that age range is 20s. 20s to 30s. So when they could no longer hide the child, they said that you were dead. When they could no longer say the child didn't exist, when they could no longer hide you and this child, that's that moon energy. They were hiding you guys. They didn't want the child to be born. They couldn't go into the courts to try and take the child. So they tried to hide you guys. When the child popped up, they said that the parent was dead, so that the family could be awarded the child. This child could be a fire sign. This child could be a Leo. Page of Wands. Fire sign. 11. Page of Wands is 11 numerical. That breaks down to 2. 2 of Wands, Aries energy. 6 of Wands, Leo energy. 8 of Wands, Sagittarius energy. First house, Aries. Somebody wanted you to appear unfit. So they said something in the courts about you, first and foremost, so they could have this child taken from you. That's first. That's this whole fucking case. That's what all of this is. They went in the courts the first time to say that you were unfit, so people would look at you a certain kind of way. That didn't work. That's that first 14, Archangel Michael setting things back into balance. Then they went into the courthouse the second time and said that you were doing like, it's giving me that you were like into dark stuff. You were into dark stuff and you were promiscuous. That's that fifth house energy. You were casually dating and things like that. They went into the courts. They couldn't prove that you were an unfit mother. So they went into the courts and said that you had some type of a problem. You had addictions with this needle energy. They kept going into the courts to say that you have addictions. 10 of swords, 10 of cups. They got their whole family to go into the courts several times. Your family probably several times. The first time to say that you were unfit, you should not have this child. They could not take the child away from you. Second time to say that you were out here in promiscuous energy, dangerous and using drugs. 14 again. They could not take the child from you. And then with this ninth house energy, they tried to completely destroy you by just saying you were no longer here. We can't take this person out with anything that we do. Let's just say they're dead. 14, 14, 14. They do not believe that this person is on drugs. They do not believe that this person is into black magic. They do not believe that this person is an unfit mother. Let's just say they're dead. 11 plus 10, 21. Let's just say they're dead and take it all. We're not going to get this child. They won't let us have this child unless they are dead. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Yeah. Well, what's this right here saying that this person is dead? Y'all all came in here and said that this person had been laid to rest. Each and every one of y'all came in here with the bullshit cockamamie stories and said this person had been laid to rest. Why the fuck am I looking at them being a picture of good health? With a healthy child, alive and well. If they're dead, why am I looking at them in Planet Fitness and the kid at the goddamn roller rink? You said for the yours that this person, because you could have been in your 20s to 30s at that time, you said that they were dead. So what? What? So you can get the benefits of this child? You said that's why the Pentacles didn't come out until late. You said that the mother was dead, so you could get the benefits of this fucking child. Where is the child with the mother? Where is the mother? Not dead. Y'all ass is going to fuck the jail. Scratch whatever motherfucking plan you thought you had, bitches. Y'all asses is going to jail. The collective is alive and fucking well. Y'all asses is going to jail. I don't care if the Eight of Swords don't pop out here. Don't give a good goddamn. You want to know why? Because that High Priestess and that Ten of Swords is out here. That's 12. You're going to get karma for what your ass did. This person is alive and well. And so is this child. And y'all took the life of this child for money. Y'all took the life of the parent for money. And it's all a fucking scam because everybody is alive and well. Everybody is alive and well, baby. And there's evidence. Mama's at the gym, the baby's at the roller rink. She getting fit, the baby having a good time busting their ass. Fuck is you talking about? This could have been when they started doing this. Maybe you and your child could have been at the roller rink. I don't know, when they were maybe around 4 or 5 or something. They could have saw that you were, fit, having a good time. Like I said, this is when they could have started lying about you being dead. Something about you being at a roller rink with your child. And then them seeing you at a gym or doing healthy things. I'm specifically getting this is around the time when your child was around 4 years old. I'm seeing 404, 404. You could have been something about Atlanta. Something about Atlanta. Somebody could have seen you with your child at a roller rink or your child at a roller rink around the age of 4. Somebody could have saw you around that time, late 20s, early 30s or whatever. And this person has been doctoring up shit and taking it to court saying that you're deceased and that they possibly have your child and they were getting some type of benefits off of your child for the okay, so if your child is about 12 years old, they've been claiming your child since birth. They've been getting some type of benefits off of your child since birth by saying that you, the mother, was deceased since the child was born. You and this child popped up at a roller rink, at a party. They saw you getting fit. They saw you at a gym. This is specifically around the time when your child was 4 years old. Atlanta is significant. These people have been going into the courts over and 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 over again, claiming that you are dead so they can continue to get whatever is supposed to go to this child. That's what somebody looked into. They're seeing you're alive and well. They know this child is alive and well, but whoever is claiming to be the mother of this child is not the mother. Whoever is claiming to be the mother of this child is not the mother. This person is put on paper as this child's mother because they said that the real mother is dead and they are not. The whole family said this child's mother was dead for years in a court of law for at least 12 years. 4, 8, 12. Every 4 years they could have been going in to do this shit. But every 8 years, every year, they was doing fucking moon magic. They could have been doing this shit on the child's birthday. I see 811. Somebody's kid could have been born August 1st, August 2nd, August 3rd. They have been claiming this child on paper since this child was born. They have been saying that the mother of this child is dead since this child was born. No, correction. Correction. No. They haven't been saying the mother of this child was dead since the child was born. They've been hiding the mother. They've been hiding the mother. They've been hiding the mother and putting another parental figure's name on the documents as the mother of this child. And they got away with it for the first 4 years. They got away with it for the first 4 years. And then at the age of 4, somebody looked into something. Something was seen. This child was seen. This child was seen with the mother. This child was seen with the real mother. So if that's the mother, then who are you? That's when they started claiming that you were sick and ill and then you died. Oh, we're taking care of the mother and the child. That's what it is. They were saying at first that they were saying that they just had the child. They were taking care of the child because they couldn't find the mother. Wow, this story gets really fucking deep, guys. They were saying that they were taking care of your child because they could not find you. They were getting benefits for that. Mind you, your child is with you because 4 years later, they see you and your child somewhere out having a good time. They see you alive and well. Something definitely about Atlanta. So then from there, somebody's looking into that. They saw you and they're like, well, you told me that you couldn't find the mother. But I see the mother and the child right here. So now they had to go back to the drawing board. They had to reshape some shit saying that you're burdened, you're in poverty, you're homeless. They're taking care of you and the child, which granted a power of attorney over you while they're still getting the benefits for the child. And now they're getting benefits for you too, this whole family. But once again, you don't seem to be getting sick. You're alive and well. So now, since they can't kill you on paper, they have to try and do it for real. The last resort was to kill you on paper and then to clip you to ease their burdens, and they're heartbroken because the law stepped in, the real law, and nipped that shit in the bud. 4 cups. The law stepped in. No, no. They cannot ignore your presence. You're alive. They are seeing you right here in the flesh. You were chilling. You were at rest. You were at peace. That's what they're seeing. They're seeing this entire time you and your baby were at peace. These people lied like a son of a bitch. These people lied they ass off. A whole family. It's giving me two families. Your family and their family. 10, 10, 20. They all went after this page of wands. They all wanted this child because they knew this child was abundant. It's giving golden child energy. You're already a star. And then you giving birth to a star seed? This child was protected all the way through. Archangel Michael is out here 4 times. Correction, 5 times with that 4 cups. Wait a minute. Archangel, 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 Archangel. 21, 21. Baby, 4. North, south, east, and west. 21, 21. They were never going to succeed. Your child was always going to be protected. You were always going to be protected from these people. Y'all were always going to be protected from these people. Every time they double down, they just sealed your protection. Oh, you want to come from this way? Boom. Oh, you want to come from this way? Boom. What's next? You're receiving justice. You and your child are receiving justice against this witch bitch. And it's long the fuck overdue. It's long overdue. It is long overdue. 8 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles. Break that down. That's 3 Pentacles. It's long overdue for them to pay for this collaboration, to take your child for money. They wanted you gone and your child for nothing other than money. And Archangel Michael said, oh, word? 11, 3, 14. Page of Wands, Queen of Wands. Protected. What's up? Your ass is still going to pay for that. So you want to go into the justice system and make false claims and accusations over and over again against this empress? All right. We'll keep that on the record. So you think you're going to come in and claim merit for destroying somebody's world and stealing their child? Oh, no, baby. We're not ignoring that. You really thought that you were going to put an end to somebody's family so you could fucking have it. You really thought. They did. They did. They really thought that. They really thought that. And they signed. This ain't even 3 strikes. I feel like these are all nails in their coffins. They gave out love offers. They paid friends and family. They paid friends and family to do this to you, to target you, to target your baby. 4 of Cups. 4 years old. They were already getting money off of you since you were born. I don't know how they were doing it. They were getting energy off of you since you were born. They were getting energy off of you since you were born. And at age 4, something's drastically changed to where not only were they saying that you or the parent was dead on paper, they were doing things to try and make it happen for 8 years. They were giving people love offers. Where's that other dog? There's another dog out here. There we go. And it's the same fucking dog. You see the dog? For years. That's what this hermit energy is. That's why it came out so thick. That's why somebody is so shook by this. Because for years, they have been paying people to turn a blind eye to the fact that they're trying to kill somebody and take their child for money. For years. For years. Mm, mm, mm. For years. They're finding out for years they have been paying money to target this child. They've been targeting a childlike energy, a younger energy, since they had a child. And when they thought they got the mother out of the way and they realized they didn't, it became even more dire. The target on this child's back became even bigger. And they got family involved. Family did this. Family did this. Family got paid to target a child as well as ignore it. Ignore the targets on a child. Family got paid to ignore the targets on a child. Family got paid to ignore the targets on a child. Somebody in the legal system was paid to ignore the targets on a child. They have since been removed, but it is being discovered for the last 8 to 12 years. Family has been paid to ignore a hit on a child. I'm not sorry for yelling, y'all. I'm not. It's disgusting. You said this and you said that. You said all of y'all fishy asses came in here. All of y'all came in here with the same fucking stories. All of y'all came in here with the same fucking story saying that this person was this and this and that and this and this and that and this and this and that. Where is that person? Bring them to me. Bring me this person. Oh, wait, that's right. They don't exist. They never existed. And you motherfuckers have been lying for over a decade and wreaking hell and havoc behind the scenes in this mother and this child's life. All for money, you greedy fucking bastards. You were already stealing from this child since birth, and you wanted to continue to do this for the rest of their life to put an end to their parent. This was literally about destroying the mother's entire fucking world. That child is that parent's world, and they only wanted it for money. And a plus would be taking that parent down too, because we've been trying to take them down since the beginning. We didn't want them, we didn't want this child. But now that we know that the mother is a star seed and so is this fucking child, let's figure out a way to keep the mother hidden and make money off the child. Okay, we did that for a while, but now people are seeing the mother. So now we got to take the mother out so we can keeping the child. But as a matter of fact, let's not take the mother out. Let's put them in a position to where we can make money off of them too. Hide them, tell people that they're sick and ill, and that way we can get money off of the child, and now we can get money off of the mother. Because we can go in the court and say, as family, we got to take care of both of them. But now the mother's okay, always been okay, because we've been lying about that. They're healthy, the child is doing well. It's time to cut the benefits off. In 2026, it's time to cut the benefits off. Because somewhere between 2024 and 2025, they took their asses back in that courtroom and told these folks you were dead. They went in there and told these people you were dead. On paper. They paid people to write this down. This is death magic. They paid people to write this down. This is death magic. A disgruntled baby fucking father. A disgruntled fucking baby father. You piece of shit. You whack ass degenerate of a man. You ain't even a man. You do this to the mother of your child? You do this to your damn child? Fuck you. Fuck you. Paid friends, family, fucking strangers. Can you imagine? You and your kid just living a happy fucking life, not knowing somewhere on the other side of the fucking world, you're a horrible person. You're on drugs. You're dead. And they got your kid. How the fuck do they have a kid that is not there and is proven and seen with you? Doesn't even matter. That Eight of Pentacles came out, right? That Eight of Pentacles came out, right? 1 plus 8 is the 9. So we got the Hermit. They thought that they would be strong enough in numbers. There's safety in numbers. There was no way you would be protected if all of these people, fucking earthlings, went into court over the years consistently. Every year they went to court to renew something to get benefits for you and or your child. They thought there would be no way they could lose. No way that they could lose with these worldly people. Not realizing, what did we see? Didn't 14 come out here 4 times? North, south, east, and west. You and your child were always protected. That one, that's every year. That 8, that's the 8 years. That 1 year, this last year, year 9, 1 plus 8 is 9. They went into the courts last year to try and claim you were dead again. By then, somebody had already saw you. So they decided to do some research of their own. Because you said right here on the dotted line for the last 8 years that this person was dead. And this person found 9 to 12 years of defamation of character, as well as false documentation. 8 to 9. They found at least 9 years. This is the irony of this shit right here. They tried it one more fucking time. And then you tried it in year 9. When shit was already coming to an end. Archangel Michael was already out here 3 times. I told your ass. This is a child between the ages of 12, might have just turned 13, 14, could be 13, going on 14. That's why I said 5 angels, because your child is the 5th in the middle. North, south, east, west, center. Your child was protected all the way around. Archangel Michael said, you will not touch this star seed. You will not. Every 4 years, there's a 4-year cycle that was going on. Every 4 years, they tried something. Every 4 years, they tried something big. And they may have gotten away with it. And Archangel Michael balanced it out. When it came down to this 12th year, this is giving me that year 9 energy. Your child could have turned 13. Your child could have turned 13 last year in the year 9 energy. They could have been the age 12 when they went into court and did this. What did I say? I said August, right? So they could have went into court anytime before August of last year and tried this shit on a 4th cycle. They tried this shit on a 4th cycle. And Archangel Michael came down again. Because your child is also growing and developing. Your child is going into another phase. Your child is growing. Your page is growing. This is a very monumental time in your child's life. And they wanted your child's life force at this monumental time. They were already taking it. They were already taking from your baby. They were energy harvesting off of your baby. I am saying this like this because I want y'all to understand how serious this was. Ever since your baby was conceived, if you had beef with family, you had beef with the daddy, they start acting funny, other females coming around and being weird to you all of a sudden, the father and the family was energy harvesting off of your child since conception. They've been trying to get you out of the way since conception because they didn't want you or the child here. But when the child got here, they realized how special the child was because that's when they realized how special the mother was. So keeping the mother hidden while still being able to benefit off the child, they were able to do that. They were able to energy harvest off of the child. This father was able to legally energy harvest off of the child. This father could have said that somebody else was the mother of this child to get benefits from this child. And then when the mother of this child and the child finally popped up, that's when the whole family got involved, saying that something was wrong with this mother. This mother could have been physically, mentally ill. That's what it is. You could be a spiritualist or something. They could have been saying that something is mentally wrong with you, therefore you cannot maintain the assets of this child or yourself. So they could have, this father could have had you under a power of attorney. Something about around the time when your child turned 2, this father could have had you on a power of attorney. They didn't need to have the child under a power of attorney because they were already the parent of the child, and you being the invalid or the insufficient parent of the child, that gave them all access to everything because now they're taking care of you and the child, which they are not. You are nowhere near this parent. You are nowhere around this parent. But family and friends, people you don't know with this 10 of cups and 10 of swords, there's family, and then there's people that you don't know that joined in on this. Because, yeah, there's family. The family got together with others. The family with this 4 of swords and 3 of swords. The family collaborated with others outside of the family to backstab you like this in court. And they went to go do it last year. They went to go do it one more year because they've been eating off of the benefits they've been getting off of you and your child this whole time. They've been getting a lot of benefits off you and your child. They've been getting benefits since the child was born. They've been getting benefits off of a power of attorney, and they've been getting benefits off of a life insurance policy. That's what the saying "you were dead" stuff is. They said you were dead in court. That was this last time. This last time they came to court to say that you were dead. Because the time before they went to court to say that you were an invalid. And while they were saying that you were an invalid, it was still within that fourth quarter. Remember, 4, 8, 12 years. Every 4 years of your child's life, they were doing something in court. 4 years, one quarter. 8 years, second quarter. 12 years, third quarter. They weren't going to be able to do it again. Something about somebody turning 16. Ah, this person can have multiple children, and something about benefits from the 16-year-old. Something about once they turn 16, the benefits get cut off. Something got cut off for another child. So now that the child is 16, something gets cut off for the parent. Something could have got cut off from another parent connected to this baby father. They could have a child with somebody else. Their child could be a little bit older than your child. Because I'm thinking that 14, 16, something between 2014 and 2016 as well. Something about the age of 2. Now I'm getting the age 4. Now I got the age 16. They started something when a child was 2 years old. 8 years later, the child turns 10. Now the child is 13, possibly going on 14. And another child could be 15, possibly going on 16. Somebody's benefits on something is running out. It's giving me that there are some type of benefits up until the child turns 16. There is a child that turned 16 this year. There is a child that could be turning 13. No, the child is all there's a child that turned 16 this year. There's a child that's turning 14 this year. They can still get benefits off of the 14-year-old, but they cannot get benefits off of the 16-year-old, which is why they went into court last year before the benefits of the 16-year-old ran out to get a jump on the benefits that they're getting still from this 13 going on 14-year-old. So this father has other children where they're claiming benefits for these kids. The kids are not seeing any of the benefits. The father does not have the children. The mothers do. There's a mother here, a dark high priestess, who has a child with this man. This is your polar opposite, okay? There's another woman, a dark high priestess, who's a terrible mother, has a child with this man, is officially running out. This is very specific, bro. Is officially, and then this is Pluto retrograde started today. Baby. The benefits on this 16-year-old got to be over already with this 10. So this baby, boy or girl, turned 16 already. This other baby has not turned 14 yet. This baby, the young one, their birthday is somewhere between August 1st and August 3rd. Somewhere between those dates. This person went into court to make this claim last year to get a jump on the benefits from the other child that will be ending this year. And that's where they fucked up at. Because why are you claiming benefits for a child and we see the mother is completely capable? Now, mind you, we may not have been able to prove that in the past, because remember, they've been doing this for at least 8 years. Think about the level of technology. Remember, they were hiding you as well. With this four of swords, 4 of cups, that's 8 of pentacles. For the last five, no, excuse me. 8 of pentacles, 4 swords, 4 cups, 8 of pentacles. For the last 8 years, they have been hiding you from the courts. They have been hiding you. And they've been hiding you, and they've been paying people to hide you. They've been hiding you. Family has been hiding you from the courts, and they have paid outsiders to also hide you from the courts, like legal aid and stuff like that. But now somehow you're here. Oh, this world card. They see you on the internet. Hi. You could be a spiritualist. You could have a platform. So they see you. Now, this family and these strangers did not know. They did not know that they saw you. They didn't know. So when they saw this claim and they see you over here exercising, they like, wait a minute, I just saw this person. They're fine. The child is fine. They could have been doing an evaluation. They could have been watching you and this child to see if this contract needs to stay in place. Whatever this power of attorney is, or whatever they have over you and or this child, they were looking. Okay, so this is what the magic was over the last 8 years. 8 to 12 years, actually. They were doing things to where you appeared. You appeared in a bad way. They were doing moon magic. They were doing things to where you appeared to the court system in a bad light. They did magic and then they went into the courts with papers and people. Okay. MPP, magic, papers, and people. Okay. That's how they work. They do the magic, then they write it on paper, and then they get people to go into the courts with the papers. Okay. Magic, people, papers. That's what they do, but they punk ass. So, mind you, whoever's over this, they must know that these families get a lot of benefits for these kids. Okay. So they could have looked into something because they're like, okay, why are they filing so early? The child's not even 14 yet. Whatever they do it in intervals. They do it every 2 to 4 years, whatever it is. And they do it on a routine. It wasn't time. Whatever they did on behalf of this child, it wasn't time. They jumped the gun. That's what got them caught. Because by looking into the one child, they have to look into others. This could be CPS, DHS, something. Why are you doing this now? There's nothing wrong. There's nothing going on. We're not even worried about this right now. See, that's the thing. Whatever plan or whatever they used to doing, wasn't nobody even thinking about it. When they jumped the gun, they told on themselves. They jumped the gun on something last year. 10/10. Something in October. They jumped the gun. They doubled down on something in October with these strangers in this family. Something came to light. Something came to light by November about this page energy and this Knight of Pentacles energy. About this child and this teen. When this person went in to file, first of all, with this 9 right here, it's giving me fall of last year, somebody was looking into something. I think somebody kept looking, somebody, fall of last year, somebody could have went looking into why they keep doing this. Maybe this time last year, something about May. Somebody could have somebody could have been looking into something this time last year because they saw you on the internet. And then after, okay, they've been doing this over you for so many years. Nobody really knew why and why they kept getting granted this access. So somebody decided to look into you. Ironically enough, all in divine timing before they went to court. Now they don't know, whoever looked into you, your family and these strangers, they did not know that this person was already looking into you and they found that you and this child was fine. They probably was looking into you because something was coming up. Remember, they do something every 2 to 4 years. There was a closing of something coming. A contract was coming to a close. It could have been multiple contracts, but let's just say one was coming to a close, okay? So that could have made them look into something. Look at, like, a contract's coming to a close and they keep doing things to you over the years. So now they're putting it together. Now these people want to come in and say that you're dead. Something's coming to an end. Some type of benefits from either 2016 or some type of benefits from a 16-year-old. 2016 and 2026. That's that 10 of cups, 10 of swords. So from 2016 to 2026, your family and a bunch of strangers have been working against you to do something. Somebody has been getting away with something since then. That's one scenario. Somebody has been going into the courts for the last 8 years with family and strangers, and they've been still getting away with something. Now, it started out with this one person. It started out with the baby daddy. And then the baby daddy went to this dark high priestess who they have kids with. And then they started doing something to where this dark high priestess was able to claim not only their child, which I believe is a 16-year-old, but your child. They were getting some type of benefits for both of these kids. The benefits on their child with the dark high priestess runs out at 16. The benefits on your child are still good for another 2 years. So, in one situation, from 2016 to 2018, somebody was paying people to go to court and say that you are an unfit parent. Okay. From 2016 to 2018, this baby daddy was paying this dark high priestess, who is also a parent, to go into court and say that you are an unfit parent. It was working for a while. And then, because the child is about what? Okay. About 4, I would say, maybe on there. From 2016 to 2018, the first round would be 4. Yeah. Okay. So the child could have been about 2 to 4. Now, mind you, okay, if around the age of 2 years old, your family disappeared from you, friends stopped talking to you, that's because, remember, I told you they had been plotting on your child since they were born. So if the baby daddy started acting weird, family and friends, they started isolating from you by the time that child was 2 years old, it's because they had already had this plan in place. These people had already agreed to lie on you in court. So they couldn't be around you because for the first 2 years of your child's life, they had already been around you saying that you were an unfit parent behind your back, pretending that they support you. So by year 2, that's when this dark high priestess gathered more people to get involved. Actually, no, not by year 2, by year 4. Because from 2 to 4, the family was good. They were able to keep you hidden under the lies and the gossip and slander of you. They were able to keep you in a 4 swords in the courts with their family and this dark high priestess baby mama hole. By the time the child was 4, everything's going good. Everything's going good. Something about a party and a horse. You could have had a party for your child, like they had, or you could have had a party for your child, their 4th birthday at a skating ring, or you could have had a horse for your child. You know, you could have like got a horse or something for your child, like their 4th birthday or something. I'm getting 4th birthday for real, for real. But when they saw that you and your child, when this baby daddy, this burnt out ass, dusty baby mama, saw that you and your child were okay outside of the gossip and lies and slander that they told the courts, they decided to get other people involved to tell lies on you. So if your child, that's starting around year 4. So mind you, what did I say? Something about the year 2012 to 2016. No, I said, where did 2012 come from? They could have started something in 2012. 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16. So yeah, you could have had a child born 2011, 2012. They had been doing magic and plotting on your child since before your child was born. They were doing magic and plotting on your child when your child got here. Now, mind you, before your child was born, this is the baby daddy, the family, and the other baby mama. When your child got here, that's when they decided to go the legal route. The baby daddy, the family, and the rotten ass baby mama decided to go to court and say that you were unfit by the time the child was 2 years old. If you notice they disappeared from you by then, that's because they had already had it planned how they were going to take the child from you since they couldn't get you to miscarry. They could have even actually brought somebody towards you to physically fight you while you were pregnant. That's something else that's also being found out through the internet. So they couldn't get you to miscarry. The child gets here. First 2 years, they're pretending that they actually like you. First 2 years, they're pretending that they actually care. Then all of a sudden, they drop off. Eight of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. That's 13 Pentacles. 13 breaks down to 2. Age 2. They leave you to juggle. They leave you to struggle and juggle with your child. You want to know why? Because from age 2 to age 4, if your child was born in 2012, from age 2, 2014, your family could have disappeared on you. Mind you, your child may be turning 14 this year. In the year 2014, which is very significant, they separated from you to leave you in lack. And it worked. Let me tell you exactly how it worked. Because if at one point they were loving and caring and helping you and giving you all the support you needed, and then all of a sudden they stopped and you went into lack, that's because from 2014 to 2016, them, this baby mama, and this family had been going into court saying that you were an unfit parent. They came up with this plan from 2014 to 2016 to leave you in lack on purpose, not help you on purpose, leave you to fend for yourself on purpose. That way, they can go on with the story in the justice system that you are an unfit parent and lay your God-given duty as a parent to rest so they can take your baby. Yep. This was a plan since before the child was born. Play nice, play house for the first 2 years, drop off, leave them in lack. Make sure we got proof. Make sure we got enough evidence. Make sure we do enough magic. Make sure we do enough bullshit behind the scenes to make sure. Make sure we treat them and this child like a piece of shit. And get proof of it. We need it all documented, black and white. Treat this child like they're not worth anything. Treat the mother like they're not worth anything. So that way we can have the child in the abundance of the mother because they are every fucking thing. That's 2 to 4. That's 2014 to 2016. Okay. That's 2014 to 2016. 2016 to 2018. That's when other people got involved. Backstabbing you, saying that you were promiscuous, saying that you were sick. 2016 to 2018. That's when the people in the background come in. That's when they need real paperwork. They need paperwork saying you're sick. They need paperwork saying you're in poverty. They need paperwork saying that they legally have this child. This is giving me fake adoption papers. Fake paperwork to say that you're sick, fake paperwork to say that they have guardianship of this child. So much lying. Go to my Taurus reading, so much fake documents. That's what they did from 2016 to 2018. And that's how they were able to keep getting benefits. Once again, there are 4 cycles with these swords. Cycle 1, when the baby was conceived, they needed the baby not to be here. Get rid of the mom, get rid of the child. Did not work. Then next, play nice. And then abandon the mother and the child. Leave them in lack. Make sure we get proof of it so we can bring it back to the courts. And so we can get the child since it's already here. We don't really want the child, but the child is worth some money. So we need that child. Did not work. That child is 4 years old now. Did not work. 16 to 18. The child is about to turn 6. Let me get other people involved. And let me go and tell these people, I will pay you to say that they are sick. I will pay you to say that they're ill. I will pay you to say everything negative. We need this child. Take this money, go to the courts. I need you to do some magic for me too. Take this. I need you to do this. There's also something about somebody traveling to somebody to see if it worked. In 2018, somebody traveled towards the mother. This father in 20, something about Atlanta. In 2018, the father could have been living in Atlanta, the mother could have been living in Atlanta, somebody lived in Atlanta. And the father came to visit the mother. And the father saw that the mother was fine. The father was supposed to come see the mother to do witchcraft on her, to put her to rest. The father could have been sent down there to make the mother sick. And when they couldn't do it, they lied. So what's that? 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. How many years was that? So they plotted to kill your baby before your baby got here. And then when the baby got here, they wanted the baby for money, couldn't lie to the courts and get it alone. So they decided to hire some professionals to go and lie to the courts after they paid them. Still couldn't get the child. And then they were sent on a mission between 2016 and 2018. This King of Wands, the baby daddy, to come towards you while the rest of the family in this dark bitch witch doctored up some more shit in the courts so that way the baby daddy can get you sick to corroborate what they had already been saying since 2014. 2014, remember, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018. They were doing something in 2 to 4 year intervals. So by 2018, your baby daddy had been sent back towards you to get you sick because they had already been telling the courts for years. Since 2014, since they separated from you and your child, since you never saw or heard from these people ever again, since your baby was 2, they separated from you and your child because they have been telling people all of these things. They have been telling family, they have been telling friends, they have been telling the courts, they have been paying people. They have been paying family at first. At first, they were just paying family. It was quiet. They were just paying family to go in court and say this. And then they got family so involved that your baby daddy was even willing to come back to make it true, do more magic on you to lay you to rest. Sex magic is what I'm getting. They either wanted to get you sick or they wanted to get you pregnant again. That way, not only did they have backup already in the court system to take one child, but as soon as you had this other baby, they were going to take that one too. This person, this shit is fucking diabolical. This is diabolical. This person literally didn't want you to have the child, then hired some witch bitch they got a baby with to attack you so you can lose the child. And then when the child gets here, they hide you, the mother, put the child under a false adoption where this witch bitch is now seen as the mother on paper, getting benefits off of the child because they have been saying that you are incompetent and you are incapable. They have been saying since this child was born that this witch bitch was this child's mother, so that way this witch bitch could get this child's benefits. This baby daddy and this witch bitch and this family has been saying that this witch bitch is this child's mother so they can get this child's benefits. And they were successful until they weren't. Because they were getting all of your benefits while you were in front of them. They could have been claiming you while you were pregnant and you didn't even know it. They could have been claiming they take care of you and your child while you were pregnant and you didn't even know it. So that's why they may have wanted you to stay with them while you were pregnant. And then after you had the baby, let's give it about 6 to 8 months, they kicked you out. They put you out, but they still wanted to act like they cared. Because putting you out and making you codependent on the family was a part of the plan. While you're staying there with these people, probably barefoot and pregnant, thinking that they love you, they're reading you and your child for fucking filth, hoping that you don't have the kid. But they're going to let you stay in their house so that way they can keep an eye on you and the child while still hoping you don't make it. Hoping you and this child don't make it. What kind of sick shit is that? And then they act like they care about you and this child. Once this child gets here, because now they need to benefit off of you and this child. So you're staying in a house where people are telling other people they don't even want you there and you don't even know it. You probably could have stayed with your own fucking family. You didn't have to stay with these people. But they invited you into their home and you thought it was love. No, they invited you into their home so they could treat you like the fucking help. So they could talk to you and about you like shit. And tell everybody that, yeah, I got them knocked up. I didn't even want the baby or whatever. They ain't got no friends. They ain't got no family. They ain't got this. They ain't got that. So, we're trying to do the right thing and let them stay here. And then after you have the baby, they put you out. You know why they did that, right? They put you out so you could run back to them. So that way, whatever bullshit story they were telling everybody when you thought that they loved you, it'll be true. See? Yeah, I told you. So let's just say you have the baby and you ask the father to help. They done already told everybody that you're a beggar, you're poor, you're homeless, you have nothing, you need them. They already told everybody this. So now, when you ask this motherfucker to get diapers for your child, all of a sudden you a bother. You a problem. You a bugaboo. See, I told you. 11:11, as I'm saying this on the clock, they just never stop asking for things. What the fuck? This is your child. Yeah, see, they always asking you for things. The fucking family. That's this person's child. They didn't fucking lay down with you. Shut up. It ain't your place and it ain't your right. These are a bunch of screwed up motherfuckers. They believe the lies they tell. They're all narcissists. That's why it was so easy to do this. They all share one fucking puny ass brain. So if you would have went back to these people after you had your child, everything they would have said would have been true and you wouldn't have known shit because you would have thought these motherfuckers loved you. They doing all of this behind your back. Friends and family. Go into court. You thinking they love you. They put you and this baby out on your ass. You don't know why. They did it on purpose because they already told people that you wasn't shit without them. So they needed to prove it. They needed to put you out there down bad. And they got proof and they were able to do this for a very fucking long time. All while smiling in your face. I need you to understand. Oh, excuse me. They set all of this up in your face. You were in the same house with these people while they were planning this. Your seed may have been developing in the same home with these people while they were planning this. I'm getting a vision of somebody having contractions and different family members holding their hand. And through every contraction of pain, they're happy. They're happy. And they're wishing ill will on this baby that they have hated and on this person that they have given fake love to since the beginning. They're wishing that neither one of y'all made it. I feel that strongly. Through every contraction where they held your hand, they were hoping you wouldn't make it. And this was a plan. This was a whole plan. This was a plan by the father of your child. This was a plan by some dirty hoe he has children with. This was a plan with their family. And this was a plan with a bunch of strangers that are connected to them that you don't know. And they jumped the gun because the one child that they were able to benefit off of in this particular way, the benefits ended this year. So they jumped the gun on your child, on whatever they may have been getting out of your child. And that's what made people look even deeper. Because somebody could have already been looking into these kids. It's too much shit out here. Like it's too much paperwork. It's too much of that. It's too much running back and forth to the fucking courts. Years of court shit with this one baby. Only this one though. Only with your baby. Years of going back and forth in court. Only for your babies. Only for your child. Why? They jumped the gun, making another false claim on your baby again. And then everything that I just sat here and told you, when they jumped the gun and made that one claim, it opened Pandora's fucking box. I'm sorry, my hands are shaking, y'all. They found out not only how long they've been doing this, but what they were doing this for. And how If they couldn't kill the child, they were going to take the child and kill the mother. I'm gonna have to put a trigger warning on this video because this shit is real. Oh man, I ain't never did a live this long. This shit is real. The father of this child, along with another woman that he had kids with, along with his family and her family and a bunch of other strangers, have been plotting on you and your child since the child was born, since the child was conceived. It is over. This was the last time. Archangel Michael said no, north, south, east, and west. There's 14 on each side of this board. 14, 14, 14, 14. Your baby was always protected. These people are straight filth. And the justice system knows it because your child was always going to be the reason justice was served.